Hello everybody, welcome to another third-party review. In today's video we're taking a look at the latest offering from Gigapower as part of their Gigasaurs line. This is the HQ04 GRAVITER. This is GRAVITER but in his metallic form. Once again we have some fantastic artwork on the front by Spike Art, and on the back of the box we have a brief bio on GRAVITER outlining his history. And we have a number of different pictures showing him in both his bot and Dino Mode, along with a picture consisting of all of his accessories. He comes packaged in his polystyrene prison with his accessories, and let's not forget that he has pieces on the back of the polystyrene as well. We get a flame burst effect, which I believe is unique to GRAVITER. I think these are slightly different to the ones we've had in the past, and we also get a selection of the plastic casing to make him look like his G1 toy counterpart. And here we have him out of his polystyrene prison. I do love how he looks. I love these metallic colours. Something about Sludge as a character that I've always loved. I think it's just his sheer size and mass. We have his flame effect sword all suited up there. We have an extremely long handle on his blade as well. We get two of these cannons that can be mounted on his shoulders or legs, or can be held as pistols. We get the alternative head sculpt with the red eyes. He's looking very angry there indeed. Now I'm not sure why they've done this, but you can't switch out the eyes. I assume it's because of the head sculpt, just the way they decided to do this. You can switch out the face plates, but people want to put the blue eyes with the angry face and vice versa, and unfortunately that's not something that you're able to do with this particular figure. Now we get these smoked sections, which I will cover in more detail when we get him transformed up. And we also get this sticker. I have no idea what it's for or where it's meant to go. I can't seem to locate anything in the instructions about it. So if anybody knows, please let me know. I feel silly. I just, surely I should know where it goes, but I don't. Now, straight out of the box, you have to pull on and extend the arms, otherwise they're very short and stocky. As you can see, he's holding his large gun as well. It's kind of go big or go home. Let me just show you how these mount on the side here. You just plug those in and bring them over. Can't say I'm a fan of the shoulder mounted cannons, but I like that it's an option. We've got these really nicely sprung shoulder pieces which form the torso of the Dino Mode. Love the colours on him, really bright and vibrant, much like we get with the original toys. We get this Diaclone-ish style circuitry piece underneath on the chest. I still would have liked somewhere for some pilots to sit. That's my biggest gripe, but I still stand by my decision to support this line of dinos. They may not be the most cartoon accurate, but they are definitely the most imposing of all the Dinobots in my collection. I love the balance on GRAVITER as well. He's got so much character. The kind of walking pose there really looks like he's strutting his stuff. So when you have both versions alongside one another, that you realise just how much bling was used for the first version of the mould. Don't get me wrong, I love all of that chromed up goodness, but at the same time this definitely is more in keeping with the likes of the Reximus Prime, etc. It's that more flat colour, which in my opinion would definitely tick a lot more masterpiece style boxes. Here we have him alongside his metallic comrades. The engineering has got better and better. Don't get me wrong, I like Gutter, but at the same time they have come on leaps and bounds. Almost feel like they may have to do what Fans Toys did and kind of release a revisited version of Gutter, because these two are amazing. He is good, but they are so much better. I just love the chunk to them, the clicks, the clunks, and it ticks a lot of my nostalgia boxes. And here we have them with the newer version of Reximus Prime in the mix. It's still not spot on. It's pretty good. I mean, it's the most bland version of the mold, but these all sport that kind of painted charcoal plastic, whereas he's just got the bland unpainted MP08 style. So very much looking forward to Giga's take on Grimlock. It kind of looks like a hybrid of this version and the Fans Toys version. Best of both worlds. Very much looking forward to that, and rumour has it that their swoop is just around the corner as well. Cannot wait to add him to these ginormous bots. And to give you an idea of how these fare scale wise, here they are alongside MP10. That, in my opinion, is how a Dinobot should scale. These guys are monsters. And speaking of monsters, here he is alongside the Wei Zhang Mega Supreme. I actually think the aesthetic of these is actually very in keeping. What are your thoughts? Now, if this is your first time visiting the GRAVITER mold, let's just take a look at the articulation. The head can rotate left and right. We can go up and down. We can tilt quizzically side to side. Shoulders on really nice ratchets. Come up to the side as well, all the way around. Upper bicep rotation. We get a nice bend on the elbow around the 90-degree mark. Hands can rotate, and we have fully articulated fingers and thumb. The waist can rotate. There unfortunately is no abdominal crunch. With hip skirts to the front, rear and sides, we can get this much range forwards. Very heavy legs, unfortunately a little bit too heavy for those ratchets. This way back, out to the side on a much stiffer ratchet. Coming down to the knee, we have just shy of 90 degrees. We have that inwards motion as well due to the transformation, but it's nice when we're standing our figures still. And we have some up and down on that toe. We can pivot inwards and outwards as well. And I do like how that section at the front there moves. It's not the most natural poses, but he does balance quite nicely. Switching out the heads is literally as easy as popping it on and off that ball joint. Oh, he looks very angry. I do like that head. Right, let's get him transformed up into his Dino Mode, because let's face it, that's how I'm going to have mine displayed. We'll start off by switching his head down into that cavity and bringing this back up. The hands, much like you would expect, are going to disappear inside of those arms. We then bring the fists up and in, compress this piece back off and bring that back in, closing off the foot. Time to lift up the Dino Head. It's situated in the back of his neck piece there. Just unhook from this tab and lift this piece up. That's going to rock up and over and push and locate in there. Look at the big Dino Head. Loving it, loving it. Now initially these neck panels are really stiff. You have to really pry them apart, but as you do it more often, they become looser and looser. There we go, we can just extend that neck and close that piece off, and this is going to rock down and sit much more naturally on that neck piece. Push and compress the arms to make stumpy legs. Now time to transform his legs. First of all, you want to start off by rotating the thigh, just bending the knee across. We can gain access to that locking mechanism. This piece then unfolds, and we've got the tail section here. It's all kind of compressed in there quite nicely, and this piece here is on a hinge. You want to rock it forwards, and there's 3 tabs along here that need to rock back and tab in to this outer piece. This lifts up. This piece may still be retained. It's just on a switch. You can bring that in and out, and it just unplugs from this piece. The tail will flip all the way out. Tail pulls, extends, and comes all the way out to the end to just extend that tail piece and rock that round. Now this leg is going to come in, and as we bring the leg in, you want to compress it back on itself again to rotate this waist piece around. So we have this piece facing forwards, and these can just tab in to the insides like so. This all comes back, straightens off, locks into position, and the locking mechanism can go over. This can come down, tab in. Now these all tab together, tab together, tab together. With the arms facing upwards, that now allows this rocking hinge to come down and around and all the way up and over the top. Again with this side, that goes down, up and around to the side like so. These pieces on the bottom here will now tab in together. This will all straighten up. This all looks rather dashing, doesn't it? The legs can come down and come down. The legs can then rotate so that it's 1 toe at the back and 2 at the front, like so. And then lastly, come to this leg. This piece here is going to unfold. Oh, it's very stiff. Bring that out of that leg piece like so. Close that off, and these toes are folded inwards. That back, and that piece back like that. And there we go. There we have one giant, awesome looking Dinobot. Absolutely love how he looks. Genuinely adore it. I haven't quite got these legs posed correctly, have I? But you get the idea. He is a gorgeous dino, and let's bring in let's bring in a pilot there. Look, there we go. doesn't that look lovely? Holds together remarkably well. Love how it tabs in around the neck there. This one actually, in my opinion, holds together a lot better than what the chrome version does. Mine tends to kind of pry itself apart at the back there. This one, not so much. This one holds together remarkably well. Absolutely love what they've done. It's not too bland. It is spot on. I can bring in these casings. Each one has these small tabs which plug in to the screw holes. And what I like, we get a really pointed tail if we have these on as well. They go all the way over that tail piece, and we already have one built in to the neck, and there's one that just slides in up and over the head. Nothing really to hold that on other than friction and this small tab at the back there, but it definitely looks the part. Now somebody asked me if the Dino Head can go up substantially. Basically this hinge here actually moves up and down. The idea is that it rocks backwards and you get a nice bit of range there. Sometimes it's a little bit too tight, and all you do, these pieces here just pop on and off of this hinge here, so we can gain access to the screw and just loosen that screw ever so slightly. Once that screw's been loosened, we can just bring that back in and just tab that back into place, and now we've got a really nice raised neck. So articulation wise, we have that up and down motion on the head. We can look left and right, open the mouth. There's a gun on the inside there which can move up and down. We have this piece on the neck. This can rotate as well as going up and down. We get ratchet and bend on those knees, up and down motion on the feet. Same goes for the back there. They go left and right. A little bit of rocking there and a bend on and off the knee, and we get 1, 2 points of articulation on the tail. No up and down motion, unfortunately, and these plastic pieces do tend to hinder it slightly, but the overall effect is spot on. And here they all are in their Dino modes together. I believe the correct transformation for GRAVITER requires me to extend his front legs, but the stocky arms really didn't suit him. You need to kind of extend those arms to make them appear to be a better scale in his robot mode, and compressing them for Dino mode I think makes him look more stocky, but they're insistent on actually extending these legs. So and like so. That's their preference. What do you guys think? Do you think he looks better with the stocky legs, or do you think he looks better with those long and extended? So there we have it, ladies and gentlemen, the metallic version of GRAVITER. And yes, I have just kind of got the flames balanced in his mouth there, but I personally like how that looks. As too do I like having that gun mounted on his back. It's just sat there via friction. It just holds itself up there quite nicely, and I kind of like how it looks. It does look very Dino Riderish, which ticks a lot of my Diaclone love boxes. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Which is your favourite? Do you prefer the metallic or do you prefer the chrome? And what are you most looking forward to, Swoop or their Grimlock? Until next time, from myself and GRAVITER, thanks for watching, goodbye.